Party is rather unique, certainly among all the films I've ever been involved with. It has the shortest script of any that I have ever worked with. As a matter of fact, it is a script that runs some 63 pages, which of course tells you how much of this film was improvised.
This was the framework. That's what the script was, a framework to do a silent movie.
We were doing an homage to the silent era, that Sellers was going to become one of his heroes, one of my heroes out of the silent. We were going to do it in color, which made it a little more update, but we were going to do it with subtitles, and all of it pantomime. After a day's shooting, he found he couldn't do it.
Cut! Damn it! Cut!
And he had to be a character who spoke.
Mr. Bakshi.
Yes, sir.
Has it occurred to you that the period of our picture is 1878?
Oh, yes, indeed, sir. I'm well aware that that is the period of the film, 1878.
Mr. Bakshi, are you also aware that in 1878 they weren't wearing underwater watches?
Yes, sir, I know that. They had not even been invented.
Got the time?
Yes, oh, my God.
And so we decided that the best thing to do, the closest we could come, would be to just have a format for the play, but make it up as we go along.
What do you want, eh? You like my feet, do you? I will feel and away you go. Feet are considered a delicacy among certain animals, you know.
He said to me one day, I want to do a story where it's spontaneous. It's like the creativity of the actors all bringing something to it.
Got you covered, engine.
Oh! Got you! Bang hardy, partner.
Pretty quick on a draw
Never
there, right?
I believe in all my whole life I would meet him and he would go bang, partner.
I had 3 or 4 lines in the original script that they showed me and from which I read, and I ended up with, I don't know how many lines, but it was a marvelous part when it's finished.
Well, I don't know if I really understood that it would be, in the main, improvised.
Although it was difficult and there was going to be a great deal of improvisation, we felt that it wasn't something that was going to get seriously out of hand. We didn't have the Titanic. We just had Peter and a group of people in a house.
We had a party, so it's one house, mainly one set. It has to be shot in continuity, so you know where you're going the next day, what you've done, what you've established. That's the most important thing.
The busiest person on the set was the script lady who was writing all the time. Or, what did you say? Because it wasn't there.
We assembled the same key collaborators from the Panther Pictures.
I turned it over to those people. I got the best people I could and said, here's my vision, contribute.
The idea originally was to find a house, rent it, and do the entire thing on a location in an actual standing house. As the picture developed, well, we realized that would create more difficulties than our building a set.
And this set was created on the stage that is partially a tank at Goldwyn because we wanted a pool surrounding the house. And there's an interesting scene in the house, of course, when Peter does come to the party, and he walks in the door and he begins to wash the mud of his shoe off in the water, loses his shoe, and the shoe begins to go through a series of water chutes.
The joke just grew and like a plant.
Vodka, scotch.
One of the things that amazed me when I first went to work on the party was the relaxation and time that the two of them used to build a joke.
Hors d'oeuvres, sir.
Well, I'm on a diet, but to hell with it.
He wanted a character. When he said, how about Harundi V. Bakshi? I said, great, and that was that.
Harundi V. Bakshi.
Pardon?
That is what my name is called.
Do you mean Harundi V. Bakshi?
Where are you from?
I am from India.
Deeply Indian from Bombay.
Do you speak Hindustani?
No.
Well, you're not missing anything.
And I loved his Indian character, and so did the Indians. It was so precise.
They loved the party.
In India, he's actually said to have put on brown-faced makeup and gone through town dressed as a Sikh. Again, a little bit dangerous to do.
Hari Ram Ram.
I've seen him do characterizations. He was better than almost anybody.
He loved his brilliance at being able to do voices. Of course, you know, his whole career had begun that way.
This is a particularly good one because it will help you always to remember how many days there are in each month.
Okay.
It goes like this. 30 days has September, October, June and February. All the rest got 29, except my brother got 6 months.
I went for a year talking this way. He established the Indian in me.
Who do you think you are?
In India, we don't think who we are. We know who we are.
You're my sugar.
I am not your sugar.
His character, as it appears in The Party, very similar to the character he plays in The Millionaires.
Oh, big chief speak with fork tongue.
Sellers wasn't unless he was some kind of an extreme character.
He was a compulsive impersonator. He needed to assume other characters for fun and entertainment, mostly for himself. If other people laughed, so much the better. But it was really for his own entertainment.
And in his real life, there was kind of no Sellers.
It was fun to watch him on the set because he would go off by himself. And Birdie Num Nums?
Birdie Num Num.
Birdie Num Num.
Birdie Num Num.
Birdie Num Nums came from him off by himself.
There was a cage with that dumb parrot. And Sellers took one look at it.
Would you like some food, Polly?
And did his Birdie Num Num.
He's having the Birdie Num Nums.
Oh, we all said Birdie Num Num. It became the absolute. We didn't say hello to people anymore. You just said Birdie Num Num.
Birdie Num Nums, and we all were happy with Birdie Num Nums, which have become kind of like a byword for pet food.
Num Num. Num Num. Birdie Num Num.
Blake had said to me, well, we need something for him to do as he wanders around the house. And I said, I got it. Give me a couple of days. And so I went to work with the prop department and designed that electronic panel where all the switches were. And I said to Jim Songer, build me the panel, but I want an oscilloscope above it, so when he talks into the intercom microphone, the oscilloscope moves around.
What in the world is that?
I can't imagine.
You're waiting for the character to stop acting like an ass, and perhaps he's going to finally get to accomplish what he wanted to do.
I wanted to be so abrasive and so genuinely decent and not wanting to hurt anybody that all he did was just fuck things up. Because we all have a little bit of that in us. We all say, why did I say that, or why did I do that?
That's all part of trying to keep the audience off balance. And hopefully keep them laughing while that's going on.